Okay, so today's shiur gonna be for the Aslachat Kol Am Israel, Muslim for the Jews in Israel and also Jews over here, that we should be safe, B'ezrat Hashem, Michavle Mashiach and Milchemet Gog Magog. This is the important thing, also in our generation, and we know what's going on right now everywhere. We have to be careful. Careful in what sense? Careful in sense of Bichozer B'tshuva, each one of us more and more. Pray for our brothers. And this shiur gonna be for that reason. Now, today our topic is about the mikvah. Now, everybody knows that the mikvah is highest thing for all other our mitzvot. We have 613, but mikvah, we know that the sages said that if the Jewish people, let's say, gather together in one city or whatever it is, yeah, and they have a money to build a shul or the mikveh, what they're gonna do first? The sages said, first mitzvah mikveh, not the shul. First mikveh. Why? Because the kids, the mother bringing kids to the world, if there's not going to be in a kosher way, so we know what the result of that situation. Now, I have a book over here next to me, book of Balatanya Kadosh, and he bringing the explanation of the mikveh in a very, very deep concept. We're going to both of us try to understand him and learn what he mean, and you're gonna know, you're gonna understand over here how a deep thing is. It's the mikveh, such a powerful thing that we cannot imagine ourselves even. If you're not gonna understand anything, question is gonna be after the shiur. We're not gonna learn everything today, but how much possible we're gonna learn. Now, עניין המקווה, הנה בבשר הזה אלוקה שבאדם התחתון התענוג הוא הגבוה מאוד נעלם על כל הכוחות הנפש אפילו מן החוכמה והוא מתפשט מבחינת התרחבות הגדול עד שיוכלו בית כפכם ממש להתאפס כמו שונאו שלא יכול לסבלו במוחו ושהוא תענוג גדול באיזו שמחה ישכח על השנאה ולא יתפוס ממקום כלל בלבבו. Now what he's saying over here, he's saying like this, you know, the Chazal said, we're gonna see Hashem Yitbarach from our body. The way our body works, our eyes, ears, nose, the body, we're gonna same thing learn and understand Hashem Yitbarach. Said over here that the highest level in a person is the enjoyment. Imagine yourself. The highest level in a person is enjoyment. And not only that, anything you're looking in your life, if you're gonna see deeply, the source of whatever you're looking for is for enjoyment. No? You're getting married for what? To enjoy. I mean, of course, we're listening to Torah, what Torah said to us to do it. Yeah, but there's enjoyment in that. If you will not enjoy, if you are hatred, even though there is some complicated situations, but still we sing and that good result. Kids, why you want to bring kids? It's also enjoy. It doesn't matter how you're enjoying. It doesn't mean you are enjoying 24/7, but you do have enjoyment when you have kids. You go to work for what? You also have enjoyment in that. I mean, yeah, you're not so much happy, but you're working your hard work. You know, in the end, you're gonna have payment for it. You're gonna do something with this money, no? So we said, imagine yourself how we bring the mikveh, the meaning of it. Look at this, it's unbelievable. So we said that the highest level of the person is the enjoyment. That enjoyment even higher from the wisdom. Do you imagine yourself? I'm going to come to it. You're going to understand it a little bit deeper. You're going to understand it. Higher even than the chokhmah. Because the enjoyment when it comes to the human being, it doesn't come limited way. When it comes, it can be trachavut. You know, everybody enjoy from that. Sometimes the enjoyment coming such a high level, even you see somebody you hate, let's say, if that's such a big enjoyment, you doesn't realize you hate him anymore. I mean, you know, it's happened. I mean, you such an enjoyment time, you're forgetting somehow. Forget about it, right? Now my enjoyment time, it's no time for to hate him, you know? ישכח את השנאה ולא תתפוס במקום כלל בלבבו עד שיהווינו ממש הוא בבני השנאה והאהבה נולדים מן החוכמה מן המוח שהוא חוכמה ובינה. You imagine yourself? Why the such and the hatred is going to go away from the person? Because the hatred and love, they coming from the wisdom of human being, חוכמה and בינה. So enjoyment is highest in that. We're going to see how the Balatani bringing, how that enjoyment coming, from where it's coming from. ויש החוכמה העלת התענוג, המורמם ומתנשא מן הצמצום, השפע שלו בחוכמה, והוא נקרא פנימיות אבא, שהוא פנימיות עתיק, והיינו המים והלכלוכית שבמוח ששופעים והסכלות. Saying over here that that ta'anug, that enjoyment, is in the brain of human being. In the mind, in your head, you have a lichluchit. Lichluchit, it's like a, inside of your mind you have a drop of like a liquid in the mind, in the brain, in the head. You have kind of liquid. Look, 90% of the human body from what made? Water. Now, in the mind, in your brain, in your head, you have kind of very small liquid, a limited liquid in the mind, which that liquid creating to you for the enjoyment. If that's not liquid, you will not have enjoyment. It's a little getting deep, no? You can understand, you can buy time.
It's called dopamine.
ומה שיש תענוג בסכלות אינו מצד השכל עצמו, שהרי אינו ממהות התענוג, כלל. Saying the wisdom is not source from that enjoyment, it's lowest. רק מצד המים והלכלוכית שבמוח, ששם משכן השעת כוח התענוג העצמי, שהוא הגבוה למעלה ממהות החוכמה. It's such a high level that enjoyment in your human brain, that liquid which you have in your head, which has a power to bring you the happiness. וכאשר נשפע חוכמה מכוח המשכיל, נמשך נשפע כוח התענוג במים שבמוח הגשמי, ומזה סיבת התענוג הנרגש בשכל וסברה ודאי למבין. Now, he also saying about Latanya that the enjoyment is also limited somehow to us. You cannot see enjoyment non-stop, you know, there is stop. What does that is the wisdom of your mind, the brain. You know, you enjoy, and there is a time to finish the enjoyment. So he's saying over here that wisdom, when the coming to you, that enjoyment from the liquid of your brain, yeah, over there, you have the feeling of that enjoyment, and you're bringing you the limited how much you're supposed to enjoy. כמו שכן טיפת המוח, שהוא עיקר התחלות הענוג הרוחני בזיווג. Also that liquid from human body is also, women have to also that. When they together bringing children, it's starting from the brain too. From that liquid. Could you imagine yourself what is that? From that liquid. מכאן יהיה התענוג במוח הגשמי, אינו אלא שימשך הטיפות הרוחניות מכוח התענוג הרוחני ויתגשם במים והלוחש במוח הגשמי. להיות טיפה גשמית במוח, אז זוהי שפלות ותענוג במוח כמו השפלותו בשכל. כנ"ל ודאי למבין. That liquid in the brain, in the mind, in the sechel, in your head, has a spiritual power, and that liquid in your mind, which making to be a liquid. The liquid himself is not just the liquid in that seed. Inside that liquid in the brain, you have the spiritual power, which is the source of entire enjoyment of the world. נמצא שהסיבה א' לתענוג הנרגש בשביל תענוג הנרגש בטיפה שלא אלא יסוד המים והלכלוכות שבו. So he's saying to say over here, the entire source of that enjoyment, what is this? Water. Because that liquid is also water, no? It just became in human body with his vessel, Hashem God let him to created him that way, yeah? But it's also water. The source of that liquid, what? Water. כמו כן, מים הגשמיים, למטה, בארץ. Same thing, the water in our world. No different. If it's not water in the world, how the things gonna grow from the earth? Think about how it's gonna grow. How you gonna have vegetables, how you gonna have fruits, how you gonna have everything. The source is water. Also in our world. הם כל מיני תענוגים הגשמיים. And what water does? All the enjoyment the earth giving to you. Do you enjoy with apple? You enjoy? Do you enjoy when you eat watermelon? You enjoy? Who does that? Water. The water. והוא בפרט רק השתלשות עילה והילול מכוח התענוג הרוחני כנ"ל הנשפל ראשונה מצמצום הראשון בחוכמה. Now he's trying to say over here basically that source of that water is from the heaven. Even the highest the heaven, from the first source when it's come and it became water. Because the water itself is a very spiritual thing. We seeing here a gashmi, dense, physical, but there's a lot of spirituality on that. It's not a simple thing. Because that water which is giving to the life to the entire universe. Without the water, the world cannot go. או במוח עצמו כנראה, ושהם התענוגים היותר דקים. לכן מצד כוח התענוג שבית השמחה יכול לסבול שונאו, שלא נעשה שונאו, אלא על פי שהסכלות של כל התענוג, לכן אין למים הגשמיים שום גאון מעצמותם, אלא באיזה כלי שיהיו בו, עם ירוק, עם אדום, עם שחור, יהיה, כן יהיה. Trying to say that water is such a spiritual thing, he doesn't have any color. It doesn't have any color. The water doesn't have any color. You see that, yeah? But if you're gonna put right now this water, let's say in a red color or blue color, the water also gonna look like the blue or red or different colors. But the water itself, it doesn't have any color. Trying to say that the apple, yeah, the apple, the source of the apple is the water itself. It's just that spark, the holy spark which from the apple come out, it make the apple, that vessel called apple, from that water make an apple and it grow. והוא ראה על ידי שאינם בחינת כלי מצמצום, כלל, כי המראה מגביל העצם שיתראה על אופן זה דווקא, כמו מראה תפוח מתוק, לבן, ולא יכול להיות אדום, להיות כי התענוג שבתיקות שלו כבר נתגשם מעילה להילול, מכוח התענוג הרוחני, הוא בלי המראה לעצמותו. אבל המים שבראשם הם כמו יסוד המים הרוחניים שבמוח ששופעים הסכלות, שמקבלים בחינת פנימי התענוג דרך הלבשם ושורשם. לכן אין להם שום גוון. It's actually basically to say that whatever we see over here, all the enjoyments, the source of that water, because that water coming from upper level and becoming more dense and more dense and more dense and coming whatever coming, and from that we are seeing the entire enjoyment, the source of entire enjoyment is the water himself. ואתה יובל המשכיל, למה למעלה דהינה, אבל שורש דהינה, אבא שורש כל הסילות. Now I want to try a little bit, explain to you some stuff. You see, I didn't talk to you about that. There is a Zohar Kadosh talks about, maybe Levi knows a little bit about this. The sages give a name, cosmic name, from those sources where we are receiving our bracha, aslacha for our life. And also, B'ezrat Hashem, if Hashem will say, we're going to learn, when you pray, I don't know how much deep we're going to learn, but I don't want to teach you such a deeply, but basically it's also important that we are connecting ourselves with those cosmic names. For example, there is said, ואתה יובל המשכיל למעלה דהינה, אבא שורש כל. Abba. It's a father, like in English, but really it's Abba. Abba is the source of everything. You're going to say, what is Abba? You might ask, no, what is Abba? We're not going to go right now in the explanation of what does it mean about this Abba, but just know that there is a name called Abba, okay? And he's a cosmic name what sages decided to give to that world by name Abba. וכל האצילות הוא חיצוניותו כידוע. There is also a word called אצילות, בריאה, יצירה, עשייה. Okay, we're going to learn that really later. So, האצילות, which is highest level to us, it's a חיצוניות, it's like a...
Inside.
Huh?
Inside.
No, חיצוניות, פנימיות is inside, חיצוניות is outside. It's like a... the Abba is highest than that. ושם נשלחו מוחין לזה. There's another cosmic name called זה, which I want to say the full name, which Abba, which Za, by the way, Son, just I'm saying this for the what we're saying right now. The Son also called Za, by the way. The Son also called Za. Imagine yourself we're talking about. Okay? So the Abba, which gives you power, that cosmic name called Za, and he receiving entire energy from the Abba. ומתחלקים לכלים, מכלים שונים. ומתחלקים לכלים שונים, מכלים שונים, בקו ימין ושמאל באמצע. Remember I used to tell you always three column system? Right, left, and central. Remember? So, from that mukhin, that energy, that power, that shefa, which Zah receiving, he receiving to all his line, which is basically line, right, left, essential. It's very important to know that. עד שיהיו שמקוריים להתחלקות בבייה. I told you, so we have a Atzilut, and then we have a Bria Yitzhak Asiya. We're living in the world called Bria Yitzhak Asiya. Our prayers, by the way, you should know, we're supposed to go to the world called Atzilut. Imagine yourself. כידוע, אבל בפנימית האבא הוא בבחינת יסוד המים העליונים שמעל הרקיע, להבדיל בין המים למים. The way the world, Hashem created the world, what's happened? Hashem split the water, no? Huh? It was מים עליונים and מים תחתונים. First there was one, and then became half and half. That's one of the reasons when you're saying Baruch Atah in the morning, when you're saying Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu tzavos tzivanu alet yad yadayim, yeah? You have to connect your hands when you're holding next to your face, two hands, to connect the upper level water with the bottom while your hands wet. While your hands wet. That's the secret of Anzat Yadayim. Which we're going to learn one day בעזרת השם בלי נדר. והוא הארוך התלבשות בעונג העליון מבחינה פנימיותו שהוא למעלה מכל הצמצומים. We know that the world, when Hashem created the world, He made a limitation, no? If there was no limitation, this world would not be created. Through the limitation, more limitation, until our world get created. עד שאפילו על החוט, חוט, it's how you say that חוט in
Kingship.
huh?
Kingship.
Say again?
Malchut means kingship.
Not malchut, chut I said.
Ah, sorry.
Like a shrink? Вешалка, говорят. Не, это веревка.
Rope.
Like a rope, let's say. Like a cow. They say cow. A line. A long line from upper level until our world. There's another cosmic name called Ak, which I'm not going to talk about. It's highest level.
What's the difference between the light and rope?
Okay, no questions right now. גם כן צמצום לגבי העתיקה הסתימה, וכמו שעיקר הצמצום הראשון הוא בשכל גלוי שבו מסיבת המים או הלכלוכים כנ"ל, ומכן כמו הטיפה שנגשמה כבר במוח כנ"ל, והוא מקור לכל השתלשלות התענוגים שבחוכמה ומידות ואילך. כמו כן כל מיני תענוג העליון המצומצמים בחב"ד הזה. Basically to say that the entire water, entire energy of that water first was coming from the highest level, from the Ein Sof himself, from the known end of the world, and coming until our world, and became a water. So the water has a very strong significance, has a very strong deep meaning. Now you could know what the Chazal said. המזלזל בנטילת ידיים נעקר מן העולם חס ושלום ברחמנא ליצלן. מה זה מזלזל? מזלזל abusing. Whoever abuse washing hands and yadayim, I don't want to say, it's he destroying himself. People thinking it's a joke. We're like, what is it like this? Okay, we're not going to blame nobody, yeah? But on one side, you have to know, it's very important. It's very important. In the morning, washing hands, in the bathroom when you're washing your hands, and in the tefillah, when you pray. You know when you pray, you have to wash your hands? You know that? Not like with the soap, just in the with the kli, with the vessel. וכל העולם האצילות, התענוגים הגובלים בביאה, הכל מבחינת חיצוניות, חיצון אבא. שורש כל האצילות כידוע, אבל מבחינת המים העליונים שבאבא היינו דקות שהתהווה שהטיפה רק כמו שבעודנה ביסוד המים ולחלופית במוח ששם משכן כוח פנימי לתענוג. Trying to say basically that all the enjoyment, whatever we could enjoy in this world, it's nothing compared when that enjoyment coming down from high level up to our world. You know what I'm saying? Compare that enjoyment which coming, because the water himself, it's has an energy full of happiness, or full of everything. We're gonna learn. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna see it. הוא למעלה מכל הצמצום. Is the highest level from all the limitations. וכולו ממש, חשיבי, שווים באהבה, שנאה וכמחשבה גבוהה. ממש, לכן שהוא אומר, ויאמר אלוקים יהי רכבת בתוך המים. היינו מבחינת בינה מהמבדיל בין המים העליונים לדרגת התחתונים. Then there is another word called bina. Bina, it's understanding. Again, what I was saying right now over here, it's like the extract of the little here, little there, because it has a deep explanation for those names, for the Atzilut. You know what I'm saying? What's Abba, what's Ima, what's Bina, Yitzira, Asiya, you know? We're going to learn, bli neder, we're going to learn. It's just a little bit to understand that. אבל אפשר להיות בחינת טיפה, כי בינה, the בינה, really, בינה, he is understanding, which doing exactly limitation for us, yeah, but we could receive that enjoyment from that water. You know what I'm saying? And what is bina? Bina, really bina? It's a mikveh. Now we're coming to the mikvah. We're going to see it little by little. We're going to come to the understanding what the mikvah is about now. Bina, real mikvah, the meaning of the entire mikvah is the bina himself. When you go to the mikvah, you have to think about the bina. You go inside the bina. And you also consider little small za. One day we will learn bli neder.
Bina is the name? What is that?
It's a cosmic
Name?
world which called bina.
Cosmic world?
Yeah. We're gonna understand. We're gonna learn again. You have to understand. We're right now not going. I one day bli neder and try to explain all those names. How it's about, what it's about. Again, not in a deep concept, but at least something we should have understanding. ויהי מקווה המים ולכל המים עצמם, רק שימודדו ויקבצו את המים להיות כאב שהמים מצד עצמותן אין להם כלי בחינת גבון, אלא בכל מקום עם הבור והחפירה קטנה יהיו מועטים ויעצור הבור אותם שלא יתפשטו. תלמידי כי המים מצד עצמם יורדים הם ממקום גבוה למקום נמוך ולא עולים מסלקים, מפני שהערת התענוג העצמי בהם שטבעו לסבול אף יותר מצומצם מחמת שאינו מבחינת צמצום כלל. You see, the water have a power to suffer the limitation. The water, trying to show over here, you can understand how the water going to be. Okay, we'll see it. The water has also power to hold the limitation, to suffer the limitation. So Bina really, whatever it does the water, it should come a limitation way, not coming like a flood, God forbid, you know? But limitation, entire limitation, we should know one thing, guys. Entire limitation for everything, that you should have a test for it. I mean, you cannot eat too much, it's gonna hurt you. Huh? You cannot sleep too much, you can have a problem too. You cannot sleep at all, you have a problem too. Everything make exactly limited for every situation. ועניין יורדים ממקום גבוה, שכל תענוג נקרא מקום גבוה. Every enjoyment consider highest level. From highest level coming down to our world. The enjoyment itself, the source of the enjoyment. By the way, you should know one thing, guys, another thing I'll tell you. You know, entire world created to give an enjoyment to us, you know that. Like the Ramchal said, דרך השם להיטיב לבריות, ברא את העולם להיטיב לבריות, which created the world to give good stuff, to give all the beneficence, to give entire good things. That the world get created. You might ask, so where is it? I want this, and I want that, I want this, and I want that. Where is it? We destroy everything. We destroy everything. Most destruction happened, and when the first time Hashem created the world in this parasha of Noah, the nation of Mabul, okay, they had 1,000 years of living. Even they can say not 1,000, 900, 800, 700. You know how much is this? You know how much is this? The sigma calculation, which kind of enjoyment they had it.
Perfect with
the problem is they didn't knew how to use that, whatever Hashem give it to them. שולפים מהשכלה וממנו מבחינת ירידה במקום גבוה. היו מתפשטים ביותר, אבל הבינה היא ההשגה והתפיסה שבאה לכלול לסגלות של כל הסברה, אז נמדד ונקצב הירידה שלהם עם מעט ועם רב, לפי אופן ההשגה, מפני ההשגה מהות אחר לגמרי, לגבי כוח המשכיל. Basically, Bina, he does exactly, yes, limitation for that water, that you should know how to receive that energy from the water. לגבי המזכיר שאומר יש בלכלוכית, השופעים ואינו אלא כמו החפירה ומקפת הסוער להיות נגבלים במים, כמו שכן מי מדד. שאינה אלא מודד למים ולא תהיה בבחינת כלי ממש, לאור. ודאי לבבין. Trying to say that still how much the Bina gonna make limitation for the water, but still water is highest level. כמו כן ההשגה היא שהתגשמה ממים עליונים אלו להיות מכון לשבטך. וזהו רקיע מהמים עצמם, שהתגשמו בכדי שיהיו נגבלים ברקיע. וזה די מבין. Well, I'm not giving you all the explanations because it's too deep. We're gonna over B'ezrat Hashem. I'm gonna give you little by little. וזה שם עלת. Okay, we come to the real thing what you guys really wanna know. I used to say to all of you, if you remember, when you go to MIKVAH, think about the letter Alef Lamed Dalet. Remember that letter? Huh? You still remember that letter? Huh? It's first of all, guys, we have to know how to read Hebrew. It's very important. I mentioned to you, I will tell you again and again and again and again. Learn Aleph Bet. Learn Aleph Bet. So the Aleph Bet is a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. It's not a simple thing. It's not even be coming and decide to make Aleph like this or Bet like this or Gimel like that. It's exactly what Hashem wanted the Aleph Bet should look like. And those entire Aleph Bet, each one of them has a secret for himself. For example, one small thing, just talk about Aleph. How the Aleph look like? A line, yeah, like this line going. Then you have a little line from top, from one side, and a little line on the other side. So you could make calculation by saying that small one is like a drop. Like a drop, that small one, like a yud, coming from heaven. The line is like a letter vav, the line. And it's like a heaven, let's say. And the next yud from that cow is like the drop coming down from that heaven to our world. Do you get what I'm saying to you? And why is like that? Because Hashem cannot send that light right away to you. You have to make a limitation. The letter Vav somehow making you a little bit dense. That Yud or that drop which coming to you, that when you're going to receive that, you should have a little bit understanding on that, to enjoy that. Now, Aleph Lamed Dalet, first of all, I want to know if you're familiar with that or not. This is from the 72 letters from the Zohar Kadosh. Now, what is these 72 letters? The 72 letters in the Zohar Kadosh, this is we received from Moshe and from the forefathers and until to us. Those 72 letters, basically, you could do anything in the world you want. We doesn't have that power. We cannot use them. Why? Because first of all, we're not so clean, and beside that, it's not for everyone to use that. And whoever gonna try to do something with this, yeah, if he's not deserve to do that, it might make a problem. But to make kavanot by praying, it's a big thing. It's two things on those 72 letters. One of them, use them in action, b'ma'aseh, you know what I mean? In action, who's not allowed to do this at all. One of them by praying. By praying. For example, when you say Hoda in the morning, you say Hoda in the morning, there is a El Kamod Hashem, El Kamod Fear, no? And sages said that you have to be kavanah for those Asarar Gemalchut, those 10 tzaddikim would pass away in Kiddush Hashem, which they're doing very important job when we say that. And the end, if you see that, you see in most of the Sidurim, Yud Lamed Yud. You see that? Yud Lamed Yud in the end? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Do you see? The last pasuk is a Rashi Teod Yud Lamed Yud. Huh? That Yud Lamed Yud is also from 72 letters, you know that? That's also from those 72 letters. So what that Yud Lamed Yud doing over there? Yud Lamed Yud, his job. The Yud Lamed Yud, his job. Yeah? To take entire sparks, the Kedusha, from the unclean system, from the Klipot, yeah? And raise them up to the Kedusha. You know what I'm saying? From those 72 letters. Every 72 letters has own power. You see? Oh, here you're saying, Eliyahu Hashem, and he's saying, Ashir ala Hashem ki gamal alai. When you say ki gamal alai, ki, the last letter Yud, gamal, the last letter is Lamed, alai, the last letter is Yud. When you consider there, Yud Lamed Yud. See, you can see that? You see in the end? Yud Lamed Yud. You see? Yud Lamed Yud. This Yud Lamed Yud, taking those sparks from the bottom of the earth, with the merit of the tzaddikim. Who? Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Ishmael, Rabbi Shimon Gamliel, those who died in Kiddush Hashem. Those 10 tzaddikim. So that the 72 letters have to make kavanah on that. And those Yud Lamed Yud, which taking those sparks. This is 172. This is one name from the 72 letters. Then you have over here which saying Balatanya Aleph Lamed Aleph. That's a different job. So to use them in action, not allowed to, but use them in the prayers, it's a big thing. It's a mitzvah. Not only that, you're doing big stuff. You're doing such a high thing, you're not gonna believe it. If that little boy, whatever we saw, we're not gonna go into details, yeah? He said from one cup, by saying Baruch Atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, shehakol niyeh b'dvaro. He's saying, I saw that mitzvah, I saw that power. It's like no end. You know what I mean? No end. It's no end. It's like such a big thing, such a big light, such a big, and everybody over there saying tzaddik, tzaddik, tzaddik for one bracha, for one bracha. When you say every day like a 10, 15 times shakol, forget shakol, tefillin, tzitzit, birkat hamazon, aliyat yadayim, shiur, listen, look, you 24 hours doing mitzvot. You know what I'm saying? So imagine yourself, somebody doing Baruch Atah Hashem in connections, all the kavanot. Forget it. It's no end for him the reward. It's forget about it. It's no end. Okay, to the beginning, just say Baruch, to learn bracha. Imagine yourself, we didn't start even from Aleph Bet. Can you imagine yourself? We didn't start from Aleph Bet even, guys. It's a shame to us. So Aleph Lamed Dalet, those 72 letters, which gonna show you how you're gonna make, I don't know if you're gonna give me a lot, but something I'm gonna explain to you over here, how to make connections with that. לשון עתידה להוליד, ולא נולד עדיין. פירוש להיות כי בבהירות השבע המים עליונים שבמוח מאחר שאין להם גבון, וכלי לא היה אפשר להולדת דבר זה, דבר מה דהיינו להיות מוכן למידה הנקרא ולד, כידוע. Okay. א' למד ד' it's also power for ladies to get pregnant too. Why? It's like for future, you know. Also for the Sarah Imenu, there is a chumash, I forget that. It's also giving a remez over there, the letter of Aleph Lamed Dalet, by giving to Avraham Avinu by saying that Sarah Imenu gonna get pregnant and bring the Yitzchak Avinu. Okay. So we say over here that really basically Aleph Lamed Dalet is just giving you preparation to bring you new energy. Not right now, but preparation to receive it. אבל לאחר עשית השגה ומצומצמת, כנ"ל אפשר להשתלט יהיה מקום למוכן דמידות ודל מבין. אמנם כל ההתחדשות הולדה בבינה עם הבנים, דהיינו לעשות צירוף אחר חדש לגמרי. לשנות מוכן חסדים לגבורות, או גבורות לחסדים, וכדומה. שם over here to say, basically, in the mikvah we're going to go, basically, such a powerful thing is mikvah. You trying, we start with the enjoyment, yeah? But we start, we're trying to receive, to draw the new brain. I mean, having something new in your mind, having something new you learn or you understand your life, you also enjoy on that, don't you? Yes or not? It's not only enjoyment by eating and enjoying whatever, something new always coming, it's also enjoyment. It's really basically the enjoyment. So that's the basically saying this, the letter Aleph Lamed Dalet in the mikveh, we're gonna learn with Hashem in the future, gonna give you the power of the mikveh kavanah to bring new mochin to yourself. And that does Bina consciousness. The word called Bina which does, the mikvah himself, which calls a bina, does giving you that power. ולא בזה עצמותה, שהרי היא כבר נגבלת במים, עליונים, כידוע, כמו שביבשה היא מלכות האצילות הנקרא דל בביאה, מוגבלת במינים נבראים בבחינת קווים, חסד גבורה. כל יבשה כנגדם מקורן ישנם כולם בים אלאה, הוא הבינה בבחינת רקיע העליון. I will explain to you. Now, if we're gonna take the letters Aleph, Lamed, Dalet, if we're gonna separate the Aleph, what's gonna stay? Lamed, Dalet. Yeah? Now, Lamed, Dalet, from another words, from the Hebrew also is called Dal. If you're gonna take, let's say, with the Dalet, you're not gonna say Lad, but you say Dal. What is Dal? Dal is a poor. Poor. Okay? So basically, the entire Kavanah over here, we consider, all of us, yeah? We consider, for the next level of the world, we consider also poor.
Poor.
Huh? We also consider poor. Why we consider poor? You rich? One side you're not rich. Let's say somebody has like somebody said, let's somebody have a 10 somebody asked somebody, how much you want? You have $10 million, how much you want? Another 20 million. So he said, I don't want to take, for me 1 million is enough. So the thanks. So that guy about 10 million considered also poor because it's not enough for him. So on the other side, if you see, if human being not satisfied, so he's poor, no? Also those world, which not the highest one, let's say from us and going up, they also considered poor too. Our world, the biggest poor. This Bria Asiya, the biggest poor. Why? Because we always want to receive, no? We're praying for rain, we're praying for Panasa, no? We're praying for this, we always pray. Now we pray also Mashiach, no? So what's going to write down the world. We pray for everything. So we consider one side poor. So what we're supposed to do, that is supposed to be, come out, not poorness, but let's say richness. כן, בדרך כללות, כל השתלשלות בפרצופים מעלה לחוט ואילך, נקרא דל. No? Well, he's saying, since the world is coming from like a line, yeah, like a long line from upper level to our level, when that line get created, yeah, from the line until our world, everything considered poor one side. I know it's a little bit too heavy, but just listen. Your neshama understand very well. From the line, from the top of the line and up, doesn't consider. It's already Ein Sof Barach, Maleh v'Shalem. But from the Chud himself until our world, everything calls it poorness. Because of that, you should understand one thing, guys. The real tzaddikim, when they pray, they doesn't pray just to say the words and finish it. When they pray going until the highest level. You don't imagine yourself how high they go. Until high they go, when they make such a big connection, and they transforming the new light, which called the light of the Ora Ganuz, to the entire universe. That's what the tzaddikim does. כי לשון דל הוא שיש בו חיסרון וריקנות. דל, what is דל? We said, poorness. Somebody is missing something, no? If you miss something, you consider you poor, no? והוא הצמצום, הראשון. That's the first צמצום, that's the first limitation when Hashem created the world. לגבי התענוג, for the enjoyment. כי אנו רואים שהייסורים הוא הפך התענוג. Now, ייסורים. Suffering, חס ושלום, רחמנא ליצלן, לא עליכם, לא על אף אחד, yeah? It's totally opposite of enjoyment, no? Yes or no? Huh? The suffering, totally opposite of the enjoyment. They are not, cannot be compared together. כל דבר אחר כמו השכל ובידוד אינם מונעים תענוג. כלל, אבל האיסורים והצער יפחית, ממש, לנגד התענוג. שעיקר מהות תענוג הוא בחינת פשטות והתרחבות. If you enjoy, basically that's what I'm saying, guys. When I say enjoyment, it's including everything, not only water, but just the water, the source. Yeah? When you enjoy, while you enjoy, I could teach you also something, no? Yes or not, huh? When I tell you some halacha or teach you something, you could learn, no? But when you're painful, when you are suffering, I could talk to you?
No.
Just don't come close to me. Not leave me alone. Right here. Leave me. Don't talk to me now. I cannot. Don't speak with me. Totally opposite. Why? Because the suffering creating the limitation. Understand? The suffering creating the limitation. להיות השפע גם בשביל ללמוד. והייסורים יעשו צמצום בזכותו, עד שלא יוכל לסבול, אפילו אהבו, כנפשו. לפי זה יובן שגם הערד הקו שהוא הערד השית לצמצום יתברך רק דלות ושבלות וצמצום ולגבי העתיקה כסתימה. ועצמות התענוג. Try to say over here that the highest the world, less limitation. The lower the world, more limitation. Should okay. Now he's saying over here to fulfill the entire bracha or enjoyment for those limitations, you have to know the source of everything. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that limitation should be nullified or should receive entire energy of the enjoyment and should be no more limitation. He doesn't miss anything. He al-yedei kavanat shem alad. You're doing this from the letter Aleph Lamed Dalet. You do that, everything, with the letter Aleph Lamed Dalet. Don't forget one thing, guys. The world created from 22 letters. From the Aleph Bet. You know that. So since the world created from the Aleph Bet, they are the source of everything. You could do anything you want if you know the secret of Aleph Bet. הנה פירוש א', דל הוא מקור הממתיק ומבשם הייסורים והצמצום, הנקרא דל. The letter Aleph, which making sweet all the suffering. You hear me, guys? You hear me? You understand what I'm saying to you or not? You want to learn MIKVAH, you said, no? I hope you're all the way awake. The letter Aleph, making sweet all entire suffering, all entire limitations from those Aleph Lamed Dalet. The letter Aleph. Why? Because we separate, let's say Aleph in the side, Lamed Dalet is going to be with all Dalet 4 is going to be Dal, poor. Aleph going to make the poorness to fulfill everything. Should not be poor. נקרא בשם עתיד למילד, ולא נולד עדיין, להיות כחוב, חכמה בינה תרין רעין, כדוע, והם צמצמו פנימיות, הם המולידים מולכים חדשים תמיד לזון, כידוע, הוא בחינת דלות וצמצומים כנ"ל. Basically, when you're gonna, בעזרת השם, we're gonna learn this, how to make that, those כוונות, we're gonna learn how to make those כוונות. Basically, guys, when you're gonna do this Aleph Lamed Dalet, you're fulfilling all entire limitations, not only to yourself, but entire universe, the entire world. Do you imagine yourself what it does, those Aleph Lamed Dalet? Do you imagine yourself what I'm guys talking to you? You see what is this, the power of Aleph Bet? Do you know what I'm saying to you or not? You have to think of those things when you're going to MIKVAH. אמנם ימי המקווה הוא שאין להם גבון. ויש בהם מערד עתיקה, העתיקין, של למעלה מערד החוט. כשיטבול. ומקווה שיתבטל באחדותו, פשוט. Unbelievable. Inside the mikveh, since the water in the mikveh has the strongest power from the highest level of that cosmic name but called Atika Kadisha. When you're going in the water, he's saying in the mikveh, first thing you have to think about what? That when you're in the water, you're making yourself like a how you say that? Mevatel, bitul.
Nullify.
You can nullify yourself inside the water. You didn't get nullified, but imagining in your mind that you're receiving, you try to receive nullification inside the water. You want to be like a part of the water. You see what I'm saying? You can nullify yourself inside the water. You have to think while you're in the mikveh. יקווה שמתבטל באחדותו פשוט. היינו קודם שהציל למשך הקו. Do you imagine yourself? When you're inside the water, you have to think about I want to be before that line even get created. Could you imagine yourself? Guys, do you listen to what I'm saying to you? What do we say? First was Ensof, no? Then he made a line. Then other world get created. Who we are with the small sparks before even the line came created. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So we want to be mevatel ourselves to the Ensof almost. Not almost, mamash. And this thing you're doing inside the water. Because the water have that power. Remember from that liquid what I said? Really? Forgetting from the word, you're tired. ופני שמוכח תענוג לא יוכל לסבול איסורים. והצמצומים. אז יזכור הנברא מוכשר הנקרא דל. Then what's happening? When Hashem see you inside the water, nullifying yourself, making nullification, Hashem cannot see you suffering. Because Hashem, there's no limitation in Hashem. There's no limitation in Hashem. There's limitation in Hashem? Chas v'shalom. Never was, never will be. When He see you, that you're considered poor because you're in this world, He cannot see you're suffering. So you're nullifying all your limitation, all your evil stuff, all your negativities. You know what I'm saying to you? וימתיקו באלף, אלופו של עולם. And you're making this kavanah with the letter Aleph, which the Aleph is called also אלופו של עולם, which has Hashem Yitbarach. The Hashem Yitbarach also, the letter Aleph is higher than all the letters, by the way. Even the Hashem created the world from the bed, which considered the bracha, but Aleph himself is in one level and another framework of explanation. Aleph is higher than all the other letters. Huh? Anochi Hashem. הנקרא תגד השתיקין. הנה המתקה הוא שהמר נעשה מתוק. All the bitterness became sweet. והוא ברי נוגה. Now really, when we do this, we are trying to clean up or to take care of all the nitzotzot from noga. There is a star called noga, if you know that, yeah? Which from that noga, we're trying to fix, because in the noga himself, evil and good. From that noga, we're trying to make everything sweet. שתהפך רע לטוב. ואני בכלל המשכה חדשה. מישבתו יתברך. בהפך, ממה שיצמצם בהוויים תלתיים. Okay, you guys, you want to stop over here? It's already 1 o'clock. I mean, 10:05. Already 1 hour. Or you want to continue? You want to continue?
For me, it doesn't matter.
Or you want to answer the questions until here, and then next time we're going to continue.
Next time.
Question answers, or you don't have any questions? You have a question? Okay, we're going to stop over here. Okay, there's also more good stuff over here. I just want to tell you over here one thing before we're going to questions answers, and then we're going to. Now another I want to tell you. You have to understand, explain to you what the meaning of the water. I'm going to finish with this, and then we'll question answer if you want to. Tell me, entire dirt, what clean?
World.
If the clothes dirty, what clean? Water. The tree, how much gonna be, and outside dirty, what's gonna clean? rain water. So he's saying over here, you want to clean yourself? You want to clean your dirt? Yeah? Inside the mikveh.
60% of the person.
Inside the mikveh, huh?
She said that 60% of the person is water inside.
Yeah, I know.
More than half.
Yeah. So why are you trying to say with that? What are you trying to say with that? So you don't do mikveh, the water inside gonna clean you? That's not gonna clean you. That's not gonna clean you. Look what we see. בטבע המים הם דוחים כל בני מיאוס. The water push away all the dirt, all the bad stuff, even bad smell. Bad smell. What cleaning? Water, no? Now, while you're going in the water, and you make connection, what I told you, we didn't learn yet how to make exactly those stuffs, yeah? When you make that connection, when you're saying, I want to be like a nullified inside the water, I know maybe go to Hashem, you know? So that energy of the water, Hashem give you power to take care of entire negative from you. That's the power of mikvah. So basically, we're gonna a little bit learn, when you go inside the mikveh, one kavanah you do, just whatever we said first, you go inside there, you took a deep breath, and you go inside the water and try to make concentration in your mind, you want to be a nullified inside the water. That Hashem Yisrael, that cow, that Ein Sof, we should take care of all the limitations from you, including Ain Hara, including all the other stuff. Because of that, ladies, same thing. It's the same thing what I said. It's not only for the men, also for the ladies. The ladies need more connection and kavanah in the mikveh than the men, because they have an obligation for every month to go to the mikveh. If they're gonna learn also that, yeah, whatever I said, and make those connections, which you're gonna also learn more details for that, yeah. The children were gonna come, gonna be unbelievable thing, and at the house gonna be much different pureness, and it's gonna be many other stuffs. One thing we're not allowed to forget, guys, that the beginning I said, first thing, if the majority of that people doesn't have a money to do shul or the mikveh, first mikveh. Without the mikveh, there's no. How the tahara gonna be at the house? How the pure of the house gonna be it? So because of that, the mikveh, it's a very important thing. And not only that, if you guys gonna learn also, first of all, guys, you should know that who's sitting over here, once a week, it's very important to go to mikveh. I didn't say every day, but once a week. And with those conditions. So one condition, when you go in the water, nullification, like I don't want to be. Second thing, of course, you could think about taking care of your Ain Hara, or make tikkun of ka'as, or other stuff where you did something wrong, yeah? And then, think about that letter Aleph inside the water, folding up the letter Lamed Dalet. Not the Dalet, Lamed, but Lamed Dalet. This we're going to learn later, okay? So that basically,
All the kavanot inside the water, or you could just take in the kavanot?
No, you could take, when you're going to already learn how to do this, you're going to do very easy to do also inside the water too. You don't should have. Any questions? We're going to make it already.
So you said the first time you go, nullification on the first.
Yeah.
Then you go in again, then you think about the thing. Then Aleph, Lamed, Dalet.
Yeah.
That's the 3 times you go.
Hold on, Aleph and the Lamed Dalet, you said leaving?
So Aleph, you connecting to the Hashem Barach, which the letter Aleph giving the power and energy to the Lamed and Dalet.
How do you think about that?
Okay, try to listen, David. What do you want? You know what you want?
Everything.
Yeah, that doesn't go that way. You cannot do this. You have to learn step by step. First, learn to be in the mikveh. Know the mikveh is a bina. Okay, we're gonna learn this. Don't worry. It has a lot to study on that to understand the letters, the things, the stuffs. You understand? You're gonna then maybe come with the pencil and pen and write it down. Okay, so it's very important to know that. Okay, we should all be safe from the Heavenly Mashiach and Milchemet Gog Magog. The situation not so good, guys. We know that we have to pray not only to ourselves, also to the Jews in Israel. I don't want to open my mouth to the Yisrael. Yeah, but we have to worry on one thing, guys. Please, everybody, we have to gather together. Try to go to Lubavitch. That he was very, very great rabbi. Try to do our tikkun. We're doing it. Don't leave it like that, guys. I'm telling you seriously. And this time, don't put in your mind that we're gonna pray for our needs. Give this, give that. No, we're gonna right now pray for quietness, for the to be safeness for all the Jews, for the Jews in Israel, the Jews in America, and all in the world. Okay, because a smart person, as the Mishnah said, the smart person see what's gonna come. You know, you don't need to see in action then understand. No, it's better to do before than Chas V'Shalom should do something bad. So B'ezrat Hashem, so we should be zochos the Geulah Shlema. No Jew should be any problem, any casualties. Hashem should say B'ezrat Hashem enough for our suffering, and Mashiach should come. Ba'achishena b'li tzar klal u'klal. Baruch Hanai le'olam. Amen. Amen.
We're going to make Gadayev.
What are we gonna pay?